Our story begins in the Judengasse, the Jewish ghetto of Frankfurt, Germany. In the 18th century, this was a world sealed off, its gates locked at night. Life was difficult, yet a vibrant culture of commerce thrived here. Within these narrow streets, Mayer Amschel Rothschild was born in 1744. His father, a money changer, taught Mayer the basics of commerce. The Rothschilds took their name from their house sign, Zum Rothenschild, the Red Shield. The early death of his parents forced him into business. He apprenticed at the Wolf Jakob Oppenheim Bank in Hanover, gaining exposure to high finance. Mayer developed a passion for rare coins, using his expertise to connect with wealthy collectors, including Crown Prince Wilhelm of Hesse. Mayer's education and strategic relationships became the foundation for a new kind of financial ambition. He learned that survival depended on wits and a trusted network. The Judengasse became the crucible for a financial dynasty. Mayer's journey would soon take the Rothschild name to a global symbol of wealth and power. The story of the Rothschilds begins not with privilege, but with perseverance and ingenuity. Returning to Frankfurt, Mayer Amschel Rothschild was no longer just a trader. He was a man with a vision. He built a reputation as a trustworthy dealer, earning the title of court factor to the Landgrave of Hesse-Kassel. Mayer's genius lay in understanding people and systems, building his business on reliability and discretion. He saw his 5 sons, Amschel, Salomon, Nathan, Karl, and James, not just as heirs, but as partners. Mayer meticulously trained them, instilling principles of diligence, unity, and shrewdness. His revolutionary plan placed each son in a major European financial center, creating an international family partnership. Amschel stayed in Frankfurt, Salomon went to Vienna, Nathan to London, Karl to Naples, and James to Paris. This was more than decentralization. It was a strategic deployment of his most trusted assets. The Rothschilds' family network allowed them to move capital and information across borders faster than any rival. They developed a private courier service, gaining access to news before anyone else. This information advantage, combined with shared capital and loyalty, fueled their rise. Mayer Amschel's vision laid the foundation for a financial empire unlike any before. The Rothschilds were no longer confined to the ghetto. They were poised to shape the future of European finance. The dynasty's true strength was unity, strategy, and trust. The Rothschild symbol, 5 arrows in a fist, represented the 5 brothers, united in purpose. Each brother operated in a different European capital, but their daily correspondence kept them in perfect sync. They shared insights on markets and politics, creating a private intelligence network second to none. Nathan Mayer Rothschild in London quickly became the driving force, mastering the stock exchange and pioneering new financial techniques. His brothers consolidated power in Paris, Vienna, Naples, and Frankfurt, each becoming indispensable to their host nations. The Rothschilds could raise enormous sums by issuing bonds across multiple markets, diversifying risk and maximizing reach. Their network allowed them to finance governments and industrial projects on a scale no rival could match. They became Europe's unofficial central bankers, performing public functions for private profit. The 5 arrows weren't just aimed at different targets. They worked together to dominate European finance. Their unity and information flow gave them an edge in every major financial center. The Rothschilds' Continental Strategy was a machine for moving capital and shaping history. Their rise was built on speed, secrecy, and family loyalty. The Rothschilds redefined what a banking dynasty could be. The Napoleonic Wars were the ultimate test and opportunity for the Rothschilds. As Europe's nations scrambled for funds, the Rothschild network became indispensable, especially to Britain. Nathan Rothschild in London devised a system to move money across hostile borders using bills of exchange and his brother's networks. He sourced gold from as far as India, delivering it to the Duke of Wellington's armies, bypassing French blockades. Nathan's operations were so effective, he became the paymaster of the British Army. The risks were immense, but so were the profits. Every transaction earned the Rothschilds a commission. The climax came at Waterloo. Nathan's information network gave him early news of Napoleon's defeat. While legends of market manipulation are exaggerated, his head start allowed him to profit handsomely. The Rothschilds' superior intelligence and logistics cemented their dominance in London. They weren't just financing war, they were building an empire. The Napoleonic era transformed the Rothschilds from upstarts to Europe's financial leaders. Their ability to adapt and innovate set them apart. The wars made the Rothschilds a household name in global finance. With peace restored, the Rothschilds shifted from war finance to building the modern bond market. European nations, burdened by debt, needed new ways to raise money. The Rothschilds provided the solution. They underwrote massive government loans, breaking them into small bonds for the middle class. This democratized finance, making government debt accessible to ordinary investors. The Rothschilds stabilized European finances, becoming indispensable to rulers and states. Their influence extended beyond banking. They brokered political deals like Brazil's independence loan. Their 1818 Prussian loan set new standards for international finance, making London the center of global debt markets. The Rothschilds became architects of a new European order, using their financial power to promote stability. Their dominance in bonds gave them political influence. Peace was in their interest. The Pax Rothschildiana saw their financial clout act as a check on war. Their success made them both powerful and controversial. The Rothschilds had turned capital into political leverage. Their legacy was now intertwined with the fate of Europe itself. In the 19th century, the Rothschilds reached the height of their wealth and influence. Ennobled by European crowns, they built grand estates and became patrons of the arts and sciences. Their business interests expanded into railways, mining, and global industry. They financed the Suez Canal, enabling Britain's control of a vital trade route. Philanthropy became central. They funded hospitals, schools, and aid for persecuted Jews. Their support extended beyond their own community, benefiting science and culture across Europe. Yet, their visibility made them targets for anti-Semitism and conspiracy theories. Political cartoons and pamphlets depicted them as shadowy puppet masters. The Rothschild myth grew alongside their real achievements. Their success brought both admiration and resentment. The golden age of Rothschild power was also the birth of enduring legends. Their true legacy was a blend of innovation, philanthropy, and controversy. The family's name became both a symbol of progress and a lightning rod for prejudice. No family has inspired more conspiracy theories than the Rothschilds. Myths portray them as secret rulers of the world, but these stories are rooted in anti-Semitic stereotypes. The famous Waterloo story, Nathan Rothschild crashing the market, is largely fiction. Historical research shows he profited from good information, not manipulation. Claims that the Rothschilds control central banks like the Federal Reserve are false. Their real motivation was stability, not war. Peace protected their investments. The Rothschilds used their influence to prevent conflict, not provoke it. Their true story is one of innovation and adaptation, not secret domination. The myths obscure a fascinating, complex reality. The 20th century brought existential challenges for the Rothschilds. The rise of central banks, new taxes, and 2 world wars changed global finance forever. The family's cross-border cooperation was shattered by nationalism and conflict. The Vienna and Frankfurt branches collapsed. The Nazis targeted the family, seizing assets and forcing them to flee. After World War II, only the British and French houses remained as major forces. Leaders like Guy and Victor de Rothschild reinvented the business, shifting to investment banking and asset management. The French branch was nationalized in 1981, but rebuilt by David de Rothschild. The family story became one of survival and transformation. They adapted to a world of superpowers and corporations, moving beyond sovereign lending. The Rothschilds endured persecution, war, and loss, yet rebuilt and redefined their legacy. Their resilience became their greatest asset. The dynasty's survival is a testament to adaptability and unity. The Rothschilds' journey through the 20th century was one of reinvention against the odds. Today, Rothschild & Co. is a respected global financial firm known for discretion and expertise. The family's legacy extends to philanthropy, art, and education. Waddesdon Manor and other estates are now public treasures. The Rothschild name is also synonymous with fine wine, like Chateau Lafite Rothschild. Their story is one of rising from adversity to global influence through intelligence and unity. They shaped the financial and political systems of the 19th century, helping create the modern bond market. Their true legacy is resilience, adapting, surviving, and contributing to society. The Rothschilds weathered storms of anti-Semitism and upheaval, proving the enduring power of trust and family. Their history mirrors the last 250 years of Europe. The Rothschild story is not about secret power, but about the remarkable impact of information, trust, and perseverance.